Peace, family. Here we are, almost 40 days away from electing the next president of the United States. And we still have people sitting up here arguing about what race Kamala Harris is. You know, I'm going to try to make some sense out of this, and hopefully, you know, it'll resonate with people. But I know there's some that it's just not going to make a difference to. But I'm going to try anyway. The fact of the matter is, whether you believe Kamala Harris is Asian, Indian, Caucasian, Jamaican, whatever you think she has disavowed all of that and said that she's black. That alone should be reason enough for you to want to vote for Kamala Harris. And not particularly for whatever politics or legislation that she's going to have, but for the fact that electing her as the next president of the United States is going to elevate the aspiration of our children. Our sons and our daughters are going to be able to look up and see somebody that look like them and sound like them being elected the next president of the United States. That's a spark in our children. It's going to put a timestamp on their next achievement in life. And like I said, that alone should be reason enough. But I'm going to put some more substance to it than that. Kamala Harris is a person like us. She's come from the same background that we came from. And let me put it like this. Have you ever listened to a presidential debate or when they interview these politicians and they go off into what they did as a child, how they were brought up as a child, where they worked at, how they struggled? Do you know why they do that? They do that because it connects them as a person to how they're going to be as a politician. And when people like Donald Trump, you never hear him relating anything to how he lived coming up as to how it's going to impact him as a politician. Because he don't have the same experience that the vast majority of people that's going to vote have had. And for him to sit up here and say that Kamala Harris haven't achieved anything, she hasn't accomplished nothing, she's not intelligent, and all this, you are disparaging people like you're disparaging Kamala Harris, and everybody has similar experiences as like hers. But in fact, in my opinion, I believe Kamala Harris has earned 100% everything that she has accomplished. There isn't anything that she has done that she has not had to compete in order to get it. From the school she went to, from where she placed in graduation, from the colleges she had to go through, to the job she didn't held, she had to apply for, to put the position she was voted in for. All these things she had to compete. And even for those people who sit up there and say that Kamala Harris slept her way to the top. Okay, let's say what you say is true. Kamala Harris is about to be president of the United States. And I bet people who say these things, I bet you done slept with twice as many people as she has. And where are you right now? So even on her back, she didn't accomplish more than these haters have. And yet you still want to diminish her. But see, Donald Trump, he hadn't had to compete for nothing in his life. His father, let reporters say, gave him hundreds of millions of dollars. But Donald Trump claimed that it was just $1 million. Well, again, I'm going to say what you say is 100% true. Your father gave you $1 million to start a business. You didn't start that business as you being in the mailroom and you had to work your way up. You haven't had to work your way up in anything. You don't know, there's no connectivity to how you were raised as a child to how you're going to be as a politician. You don't have the same experience as a vast majority of the voters. So how do we even know? So when you become a politician and say you're going to do what for the people, if you don't know or have experienced the vast majority of our experiences, how do we know that you're not just talking just to hear yourself speak? You know, people like Donald Trump, wherever he got in life, like I say, he didn't have to compete with nobody for nothing. He started off as a CEO, whatever schools he went to, they opened the doors for him because who his father was. And now he didn't skip mayor, he didn't skip senator, Congress, he didn't went all the way up to president. There's no connectivity to how this person, how Donald Trump was as a person, to how he's going to be as a president. And he didn't skip over all these opportunities for him to do just that. And it, like I said, it's sad that here we are, almost 40 days away from electing the next president of the United States, and we are still arguing over this little frivolous stuff. But the fact of the matter is, I want you to think of one thing. How can you honestly vote for a person like Donald Trump, who have no common interests as the vast majority of the voters, no experiences, and actually believe that this man is going to take black people concerns, black people issues, and work as hard on our behalf as he is his own? If you have to struggle between deciding who to vote for between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, ask yourself that question. Do you honestly think that Donald Trump is going to work just as hard for black people as he is for his own interests? If that don't help you influence your decision while you're in that voting booth, I don't know what will.